girls, welcome back to Whalen Wire's Old Iron. You know, sometimes life seems like you're just taking one step forward and three backwards. You ever have days like that? Kind of had one of them around here. Well, 3 or 4 of them maybe. I don't know. I lost track.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rod. My name's Whalen Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel.
Well, here we are getting to the shop late. I spent most of the day trying to get my truck unstuck from the ditch at the bottom of my driveway and trying to get 6 inches of slush off the driveway, and all that slush pulled me into the ditch, and I was on my way up last night, and I should have plowed it out first, or I removed the snow first, but I decided to take a chance, and I was wrong. But the snow was so wet, it was just plugging up the chute on the blower. So I thought, I'll take a chance. I'll get in and out okay. But yeah, I was wrong. I got pulled into the ditch, and then underneath that 6 inches of slush, there's 2 inches of ice. So the slush put me in the ditch, and the ice kept me there. Anyway, finally got that out, and actually after I shoveled it, I drove it out. But oh yeah, I had to move a bunch of slush off the road, and my friend came up with his plow and helped me widen it out. I have to just scoop it and dump it with the bucket, and when I do that, when it's too wet to blow and I have to dump it with the bucket, it takes me about 3 hours instead of a half hour. So here we are. Anyway, we're getting to the shop late, but you know what? I've got all night, and as long as I hold up, if my back doesn't start hurting too bad from being on this concrete for too long, I'm just gonna stick with it for a while. The goal, I don't know if it'll all happen, but the goal is to get the other seat installed and get the battery moved. I'm gonna move that battery so that it winds up under that other seat over there, and that'll be real nice access to it, easy access to the posts and everything. And yeah, I just think that's a better plan than having to unscrew that floorboard and lift it up to get to the battery. Although I have a kill switch for this thing, which I'll probably go ahead and put it in anyway, someplace that's real handy, and just kill the power if need be. If you see smoke coming out from under the dash or something. Anyway, never know around here. But yeah, I'm gonna get with it. But hopefully we'll be moving on to another part of this project here real soon. Thanks for being here, guys. Sure do appreciate it. All right, shall we talk about everything that I did wrong? and had to redo and all that. That's kind of how I work. But I want to talk about Brent, Half-Ass Custom. That guy, I was watching his last video, and he went cutting into that top, and I go, oh no, what, oh man, why'd you cut it there? You know, well, just keep watching and you'll see why he cut it there. And that's why he's a fabricator and I'm not, because I guess I can't see that far down the road. But you know, Bad Chad, he's my hero, man. He's inspired me a lot, and I've learned a lot from that guy. But he ain't got nothing on old Brent. I think Brent should have his own TV show, because he makes it happen, man. So, having said all that, there's something that I've learned from both those guys, and it's sometimes you just have to take it apart and do it over again. And I see them do it. They're some of the best fabricators I've ever, even though like Ian Roussel, best fabricator I've ever seen or heard tell about. And you know, he has to take things apart and do it over sometimes. So I guess I'm justifying my own inadequacies. Ah, boy. I don't know. Maybe some of you will find that as hummus as I do. But I need to get a light on that other side. You can't see very much here, but I want to tell you what. I'll tell you where I went wrong. There was a guy commented on my last video. And, you know, I had to shorten this piece up here. It was, I don't know, it was way too long. But at any rate, he said, well, I would have cut that in the back, you know, and here I just said, my thought was, I ain't got time to take all that up. I'm just going to whack it, just slice it and dice it and weld it, take a chunk out and weld it back together. And I did, but I'm losing my train of thought because I can see my battery's going dead here. Anyway, I just slapped it together, and well, of course, he was absolutely right. That's how I should have done it, because I wound up taking this up anyway. Because I had it all welded in there, and when I got ready to put all my framework for this seat underneath there, it was too far back. It was about, you see those seats, or the front panels line up pretty good right now, straight across there. But when I got that seat where it needed to be, and I already knew I was going to have to do something with this. It was too tight. It wasn't fitting right. So I had to move this forward about an inch from where it was. I had to take all this out and make a whole new piece, of course. Anyway, instead of cutting it there and take another piece out, I went ahead and chiseled it loose and cut it off the back, and you know, it is what it is. But he's right, that's how that should have been done, and that's why he's probably a fabricator and I'm not. But anyway, there ain't nothing wrong with starting over. So this side, that's how I did it. I cut it in the back so you don't have anything here, but it doesn't matter. It's a rat rod, you know, who cares? So got this seat mounted, and yeah, they're both in there nice and square with each other, straight across there. I like that. I think I'll make me a panel, a metal panel that comes up over this and covers this front area, and that'll keep your goodies from rolling out from under the seat and getting lost and going down on the highway and stuff. So yeah, but I'm kind of tired of working on those seats. I mean, I've just had enough, you know. But I'm gonna relocate that battery. We're gonna have a battery location gentrification program going on here. We're gonna improve the neighborhood, move that poor battery out, and make a new spot for it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right under the seat. That'll be nice, easy access, man. Won't that just be wonderful? Man, that'll be great. I'm telling you what, makes you just want to dance, don't it? 28 degrees, and snowing. Dumped about a couple inches this morning, looks like. It's a nice day, just a great day to be in a nice, cozy, warm shop and get busy. You know, just ripping apart everything that I built and start over, do it over again. Doesn't that sound like fun? Well, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Well, as it turns out, there's enough height under the seat to house the battery. And it even clears this big ugly thing sticking up here. But I will put a side post battery in it, run the cables down through the floor, and that'll give it quick access to get the battery, you know. But I'm still going to put a kill switch in it over there by the driver's side somewhere, you know, just for in case Brown decides to drive it or something. There was a YouTuber commented about making that cross member so it can come out in case you ever need to do a clutch job on this thing. Well, my first thought on that was, you know, this thing's got brand new clutches, a brand new intermediate plate, brand new pressure plate, brand new throwout bearing. I don't foresee doing a clutch job in my lifetime. I mean, how many miles am I going to put on this thing after all? in a summer, you know, I ain't gonna drive it in the winter and not gonna take it very far or very fast. And so I know it'll last my lifetime and probably 4 or 5 lifetimes after that. But I know he's right. So what I done up and gone went and did was cut all this loose that I had here on both sides. And yeah, I got that all freed up on both ends. And I made some brackets to go on here to weld to this and weld to this. It'll attach it all together so you can drop the bolts out and take this out. Should you ever, for any reason, need to pull that transmission, all you have to do is cut this one little booger weld right across there. And this whole thing will drop out then. I mean, well, it'll drop back. If you take the drive shaft out first, it'll drop right down. You're going to be taking them both out anyway if you take the transmission out. So it doesn't matter that it's, you know, running through this hoop. That's fine. It'll all come out together. So I've got a lot of welding up to do on this. And, but I'm going to get those brackets. I've got to clean the paint off of that. I don't know who in their right mind would want to paint something where a fella can't weld on it. Anyway. That's next, I guess. I'm going to clean that up and see about getting those brackets on there. And when it's all done, man, I'm going to clean up this brake line. I mean, it's all just temporary, but even if it's a rat rod, that's just too ugly. I'll probably, I don't know if I'll get a new piece but anyway, or try to straighten one really nice and straight, but then I'll clip it to the frame all the way down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll get a new piece and put in there because this thing's coupled in 2 or 3 places and that ain't real good either. I've got a roll of it over there, but it's too small, or it's smaller than this anyway. So kind of like to stay with the diameter. As big and beefy as this thing is. Anyway, I'm gonna get busy and see if I can get those brackets up there. Well, I think that will suffice. I've got a couple of really good plug welds here, and then I got a bead across there. I never could weld upside down very good, but it's burning in pretty deep. It's pretty good. I mean, it ain't gonna come loose. So yeah, I'm gonna bolt that down and then get this thing down and see about building a battery box, I reckon. Boy, I bet y'all miss hearing those old bibs flying around in the dryer over there, don't you? Clink, 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 clinkety, clink. I know some of you really enjoyed that. Some of you hated it. Let me see. Oh, I'm gonna work on that battery box. But before I do that, man, I gotta clean this place. So look at this mess. I tell you what, I've just been working all over the shop on the other side of the truck and under the truck on this side of the truck, and the plasma cutter's way over there and the welder's over there and project tables here, and man, things are just scattered everywhere. I gotta get myself together here. This is ridiculous. Well, that's probably overkill, but it's always good to be overkilt than underkilt, isn't it? I gotta finish I'm gonna put some little gussets on this and strengthen that up and weld it in. I gotta weld this in still. Got quite a bit to do yet, but anyway. Like I said, I'm gonna get a side post battery to put in here. It clears, but I want it to clear real good. All right. I think I'm gonna go edit for 3 or 4 hours now. Now that the seats are finally installed and everything's good, squared away, I'm gonna go ahead and order the material for this and for the door panels, and because that's going to take a while to get, I'm sure. But anyway, coming along one step further, 3 steps behind, but 3 steps back, but 1 step further. I brought this old guitar out in the cold and it knocked it way out of tune. They'll do that, you know. Anyway, that'll do it for this time. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and if you haven't had a chance to yet, maybe go ahead and just take a second now and go ahead and smash that subscribe button. That'll help me out quite a bit. Won't cost you nothing. And yeah, it just kind of helps keep the channel going here. I just can't think of anything else to say except I sure do appreciate you. We'll see you next time right here on Whalen Wire's Old Iron.